Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to the Profit Maniacs. My name is Alex, and in today's video we will take a look at Bitcoin and try to understand what it is currently doing and what it is likely to do in the near future. Before we start, remember to like this video if you find this type of content useful and subscribe for more trading and investing content. In the description below, you will find a link to join our free Discord server where you can join me and other traders just like you. Traders, you can now become funded today up to 1.4 million on the funded trader. You can find the link below. And for the people that want to become funded and have no time limits and very low spreads, check out my funded FX. The link is below. So let's start with today's video. We are right now watching Bitcoin on the monthly time frame, and what we are going to do is every start of the month we are gonna have an analysis starting from the monthly time frame. Every week we will have an analysis starting from the weekly time frame, and for those analysis that I'm going to do during the week, we're going to start from the daily and the 4-hour time frame. So without further ado, let's start with Bitcoin. So on the monthly, the situation is pretty much this. So we started right now, we are 4 days in May, so obviously there is still a lot of time for this candle to develop, but the situation right now is currently this. We are in between the previous month's price action. So here what I did was outline both the low and the high of the previous month so that we understand, based on what we are going to break, what it is likely for us to see on Bitcoin. We need to understand that there is a fair value gap on the monthly time frame that still needs to be filled, and we also have a bearish order block here on the monthly, which basically is where price started rejecting from. The last up close candles, which are these two candles right here, basically caused price to start dropping, right? So we are now expecting possibly another push to the upside if we are going to start filling in this gap, but it is also possible for us to maybe take this high right here, start to breach a little bit, not much, just a little bit into the fair value gap, which starts at $32,000, and then start dropping again. And the reason why I believe that we are going to start dropping again, it's pretty much this. If you have a look at the fear and greed index, we are already in greed, and people are now calling for new all-time highs. They're thinking that Bitcoin is gonna go back to 60K right from this bottom right here, start making a new all-time high and all this stuff. And in my opinion, it's not going to work like that, because it is very unlikely for them to become profitable and for the market to let them get to the all-time high without more pain. And granted, we have been in pain for quite a while in the market. We have been in a downtrend for quite some time, especially after the all-time high made on November of 2021. We have been in a downtrend, and now people think that we have broken out. Granted, if you did buy these lows, you have made a profit, but that is if you sell, right? And a lot of people that maybe did buy at these lows a year think that now, because Bitcoin has gone back to $30,000, that it is not likely for it to go back down to the levels we were just in a couple of months back, right? So in my opinion, I believe that we're going to see some downtrend again, because the people that have FOMOed in need to be liquidated. Some of them have very high leverage positions, thinking that they've cut the bottom, when in reality, in my opinion, it is not how they think it is. And also another thing that I wanted to show you guys is this level right here, because once we broke what you could call a support, we started to trend downwards a little bit more aggressively after we broke the low made on this candle right here. We were confirmed to be bearish. Granted, yes, we have been bearish after taking this low right here, but in the grand scheme of things, this level right here gave us more confidence that we're going to see more downside after it has been broken. And right now, in my opinion, we are just retesting it. And the reason why I am showing you this is because it's pretty much what happened here as well. So let me show you guys a pattern. I want to show you guys this pattern right here. From this point here, we made a low, and we then made a new high that basically took this high right here. But what is happening here is essentially the same exact pattern, but on the reverse side. Because this point right here, just like here, we made a low. Here we made an high, followed by what? A lower low than the one this point right here generated, right? So essentially, this is how I'm viewing the market. And the same way, let me remove these lines just so you guys see it a little bit better. The same way we have actually bounced, because we did bounce. Have a look. So from this candle right here, price has revisited this area, as you guys can see, and we have bounced off of it. The same way we have done this, I believe we're going to do the same thing here again. Same pattern. So I don't think people should get extremely bullish right now. And keep in mind that if for some reason, right, if for some reason we were to breach above $41,000 and 300, we will still have to battle with this candle right here, because this one candle right here, actually these three candles right here, you could actually consider this one candle if you go on a big enough time frame, for example on the 3 month, right? So it's just a matter of perspective. You can't really do that argument on this candle right here, because the next candle was an up close candle. Granted, it was a very small one, but it is an up close candle. Here instead we have 3 down close candle, consecutive candles. So I believe that we are going to revisit these lows. There is a possibility of making new lows. That will be awesome in my opinion, because the people that are buying will have an opportunity to buy even at cheaper prices. It is not going to be the end of crypto or anything like that. Granted, we're just getting more liquidity for the next upside move in my opinion. It is just a matter of time. And this bouncer here that we're currently seeing, right? This bouncer here, it's telling us that, look, the bull market is going to come back, but we are not done with this downtrend yet, okay? We are just liquidating the people that jumped into shorts way too late, so that we have more liquidity to match the orders when we go down. That's all it is happening right now, okay? So to sustain this argument, obviously I want to show you the BTC CME chart, because this chart, it is similar to forex charts and index charts, as in that we have gaps in this chart, because on the BTC USD chart, the trading is always available 24/7, so we're not going to have as many gaps and it is quite different from this chart right here. So if I go right now we are on the monthly, so before I go on the weekly, let me show you guys the monthly. As you guys can see here, during the bull run of 2020, we have made this gap right here. Okay, so as you guys can see, price is now trying to fill in the gap, and there are people who believe that once price breaches through a gap one time, that the gap is filled. In my opinion, it is not. It is not, because it needs to be filled by giving both sides of the market, meaning both bulls and bears, both buyers and sellers, the opportunity to interact at a specific level in the chart. And therefore, if I go on the weekly, you guys are going to see this a little bit better. Right now, if we go on the weekly, this side right here has been filled for the people looking to sell, right? So for the buyers now, we need to do the same thing. So there is a possibility of going up to 33.5, and it actually makes sense with this analysis right here, right? We also have a fair value gap which ends at 37.4. So even if we do fill this gap, it is still in line with a projection to the downside. Nothing has necessarily changed. And if we go on the weekly, what do we see? Not only that we have more gaps, but we have gaps on the downside as well, right? So just like I just said, filling the gap on one side only, in my opinion, it is not sufficient. Just like we did almost, because in my opinion, we have not really filled it to the end because of the wick. Granted, some people could consider it filled. In my opinion, it is not. I would love to see a full body closure above and below the volume imbalances. Therefore, it is not currently filled in my opinion. We need to see the same type of action, but for the buyers. So what this tells me alone is that the price action will need to get below the volume imbalance, meaning that we are most likely going to go back below 20K again. Okay. Now, should you sell all your crypto now? In my opinion, no. But, and guys, as always, this is not financial advice, but if you did buy at the bottoms a year, right, maybe you should consider taking some partials profit. Okay, maybe consider taking some partials off, because we are most likely, again, not financial advice, but I believe, me personally, that we're going to revisit these lows again, and maybe even newer lows. Okay, because the same pattern that I showed you guys, have a look at this, also present here, right? Up, down, up. Okay, so there is a possibility of also retesting these levels a year, but we're talking almost $13,000, $12,000 on Bitcoin. And there is a little bit of a difference for altcoins. If you guys want to see a video on altcoins specifically and their dominance, make sure to comment altcoins below this video, and I'll make sure to make a updated, in-depth video on altcoins. So make sure you like the video, subscribe, comment down below altcoins if you want to see the video. But anyway, let's go back on Bitcoin. If we go on the weekly, what do you see? Price is actually trying to balance this price range. There is this kind of distribution, in my opinion. We are still in an uptrend, so I'm not telling anyone to go short from now. For me personally, I would love to see a shift in market structure. I want to see some lows being broken, then a retest, and then I'll consider shorting something along the lines of this. If we do go up, this is my current projection, by the way. I'm expecting at least At the very least, another retest of 30,000, but let's assume that we go just a little bit higher and we start filling in this gap. Upside, not too sure where it's going to stop. As I said, we could even go to 35, 36, doesn't matter. Afterwards, I want to see something along the lines of this, a big drop, taking out these lows, possibly even this low right here. Now, maybe that would be too much, but something along the lines of this, shorting from this point right here of the retrace, and then start targeting either the lows or newer lows. That's something that I am keeping in mind. So guys, let me know what you guys think about this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more videos, as I will be bringing you guys more up-to-date content more regularly. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.